Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women kickoff. So, early registration starts today. So, Marissa Price and I are co hosting this summit, which is for you if you are a Black woman, no matter where you're on the continuum. So, if you are in the stage of, I'm starting to not like this job, to this job is making me sick, to show me how to get out this job, okay? No matter where you're on the continuum, the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women is for you. It is May 18th and 19th. So, again, early registration starts today. Get your ticket. The information is on the screen, and it will also be in your description section of the video. Okay. So, today we're going to tell you about the golden nuggets of the Liberation Summit. We are so excited to have this with you, to share this with you. We've been working very hard for this, and we want to share with you about what to expect, who the speakers are, so much. So if you don't know me already, I'm Dr. Kimani. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, a toxic job survivor, and more importantly, I'm a toxic job liberator for Black women. And I want to turn it over to my co-host, Marissa Price.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Marissa Price. I am a social worker, educator, business educator, also a toxic job survivor. Actually, how I discovered I was in a toxic job like over a year and a half ago at this point is stumbling across Dr. Kamani's channel. Thank you to the YouTube algorithm. And just being in the chat with other Black women and realizing how similar our experiences were and realizing that it wasn't me because I thought it was me that entire time.
Yeah.
I was struggling in a toxic job. So, yeah, I'm really excited to share what I've learned through this journey at the summit coming up May 18th and 19th.
Yay. Okay. So, Marissa, I'm just so thankful that you shared that. And I'm just so blessed to be able to work with you. And just the sense that you said about
Likewise. Mhm.
feeling so alone. So, when I started this whole journey on YouTube, I was in the toxic job, and starting my YouTube channel was a way to process my healing. And so it
Mhm.
is so amazing to see that as I'm sharing my story, because I refuse to be silenced, that other people resonated with that. And so now we're starting a movement, right? So we're starting a movement for Black
Yeah.
women leaving and healing from toxic jobs. So proud of that.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the summit today, Black women, as you're watching this. So the summit is about our freedom, our freedom. This is the freedom
Hmm.
movement, okay? And when we think about job liberation, what we're saying to you is that you have options. You don't have to stay at your current toxic job. So it might be going to a different job, and or it might be starting your own business, okay? We're not telling anybody to just up and leave a job without a plan, okay? Unless you're in immediate physical and or psychological danger. We're talking to you about how do we come together and support you, walk with you on a journey as you come up with a
Hmm.
plan to leave a toxic job, and you will do well financially, okay? We don't want you just out there. And the other thing is that we want you to be mindful and know that even though a toxic job can beat you down, make you feel defeated, make you feel helpless and hopeless, and all these other negative things, we want to inspire you. We want to give you hope. With all the speakers that we have, we are both toxic job survivors, and we want to walk with
Hmm.
you as you're coming into this space. You might feel defeated, you might feel all those things,
Yeah.
but you will leave the summit, you'll feel empowered, you'll feel energized. You will know you have agency, and you will have a plan for when you want to go. Okay. So early registration starts right now until April 20th. So if you want to save some
Hmm.
money, I would think it's a good idea to register during early registration.
Yes.
So we're going to share with you about the summit. So Marissa, if you could share about the different tiers of our tickets for the virtual summit.
Yeah, so there are three pricing tiers for the summit as you register. Again, yes, early registration lasts today, now through April 20th. So, yes, please get your tickets. But general admission will just give you access to all the summit sessions, but no access to the replays. And that's very important because a lot of this will be detailed information, detailed guidance that you'll receive. And there is going to be an option for you to upgrade later to have the replays. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You won't have access to the replays with the general admission ticket, but there will be the option to upgrade later. The premium pass gives you again access to all the summit sessions plus access to the replays. as well as Dr. Kimani's Welcome to Your Queendom digital workbook, which was actually so pivotal in me realizing like what I was going through at the job I was in, reconnecting with myself. So yes, you will also be sent that if you purchase the premium pass, which is the next tier. And the last tier is the exclusive access pass, and you'll receive everything in the general admission and premium. So all access to summit sessions. Every summit session, you'll receive access to the replays as well as Welcome to Your Queendom digital workbook by Dr. Kimani, as well as access to an exclusive financial masterclass that Dr. Rosche will be hosting the day after the summit ends, Monday, May 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And this will also be recorded and sent out if you can't attend live. But yes, Dr. Rosche will be walking you through proper money management techniques. And yeah, you'll also have a chance to book a free 15-minute consultation with a member of Dr. Roche's team as well. So those are the 3 ticket tiers that we have available. And you can go to the website to purchase your ticket now.
Awesome. Thank you, Marissa. And I just want to note that Dr. Rosche Brown is a financial psychologist, and we previously collaborated because Dr. Rosche Brown helped me get my money right so that I could leave a toxic job. So I worked with her about 2 years ago to come up with a financial plan. So I can vouch for her. So I've done a masterclass with her, and now she is going to offer this for those who have the highest tier of the virtual summit. So let's talk a little bit, Marissa, about why we even do this work, okay? So we know we're toxic job survivors, and we both have YouTube channels. So please subscribe to both of our channels. But, both of us, have been very transparent about our journeys. And for me, it's important to be transparent because I know what it felt like to be alone. When this was happening to me, I felt like nobody could understand. I felt so humiliated and defeated, and so disconnected from myself. And I found that the more that I talk about it, the more it helps me heal. And I don't want other Black women to feel ashamed like I did, right? So that's why I'm very transparent about my experiences, and I have nothing to be ashamed of, right? And the more that I've noticed that I've talked on YouTube, the more Black women are reaching out to me, and they're telling me thank you, and they're saying, "Oh my God, this happened to me. I couldn't believe you said that. I can relate to what you're saying." And this is like Black women around the world. So I'm just really touched that this many Black women are impacted by this. I'm very thankful that I could be a source of healing for Black women. But honestly, I am enraged that this many Black women are being harmed in toxic jobs. And I just remember, Marissa, Alecia Renece did a video recently, Black Women's Guide to Anger. And it was just speaking to my soul, because she was talking about, as Black women, we have every right to feel anger, right? But we know as Black women, we have the stereotype about the angry Black woman, and we are very mindful of that, particularly in the job, in the workplace, and we're masking. Yeah. So my YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, provides an opportunity for us to rechannel that rage, to share with Black women about you are not alone. You have every right to feel what you're feeling, to be validated, to get support, and to learn about resources, right? So, it's just amazing how this came to be, and even how I came to meet you, Marissa. The fact that you said that you even listened to my channel, right? And just to share with the audience that I noticed that Marissa was, a frequent watcher, and she would comment on my videos. And I remember that she mentioned that she was a virtual assistant. And at the time, I needed a virtual assistant desperately. And I reached out to her and I was like, "Are you a virtual assistant? Are you taking clients?" And she said yes. And we started immediately working together. And I tell Marissa this already. She has improved the quality of my life so much, right? Because she is just phenomenal in so many different things. And I'm so blessed to work with her. And this was actually Marissa's idea for the summit. And so when she came up with the idea, I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So, Marissa, do you, that was just my perspective in terms of why I do this work. I think it'll be helpful to hear, the audience to hear also, why is it that you do this work?
Yeah, I think it's in the same token for me, sharing my story to heal And it helped a lot with the feelings of self-gaslighting that continue to pop up for me as I'm still healing. Like wondering, did that really happen? Did she really say that to me? Did I remember that correctly? I now have a video record to kind of go back and watch myself and see the pain that I was going through throughout my healing journey and where I am now, like seeing my journey. That's powerful to have that proof. And also to share my story with other Black women who are going through this, because like you said, it's a global issue. Toxic jobs are a global issue, right? Because a lot of the systems that we're living in create the conditions for toxic jobs to exist in the first place. And those systems are global. So we have to be clear about that too. And it's just amazing, like the impact that you've had on so many of our lives just from sharing your story. And I feel like that's the power of storytelling. Once we feel safe enough to share our authentic stories, what happened to us along the way, how we got to where we are, other people feel free enough to share their stories, and we realize we're not alone in any of this. And in fact, we're dealing with a lot of the same things, and all of it is unacceptable. And we deserve to be angry about this because we deserve so much better than what we're experiencing in these workplaces.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to know that, you know, we're not alone and that we're dealing with toxic systems, not just toxic people, individuals, toxic systems that protect these toxic people, and that we're dealing with their own projected incompetence and insecurities and all these other things. But like you said, Marissa, to know that we deserve better. And when we know we deserve better, we know that we're not alone, then we're more open to say, what are my options? I'm open to that. And even though I might be scared, right, in terms of what the next steps are, when people see you, when they see me, they're able to say, oh, wait a minute, they were able to leave and they're doing okay. Maybe I can be okay too. And so I appreciate being able to be that source for people of hope. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the summit. So, you know, we've talked bits and pieces about, you know, our speakers, and super excited about all the speakers we have. So can you share with the audience the structure for the summit, and also the speakers? But let me say this before I forget. For the summit, none of the participants will be on camera, okay? And Marissa and I were very conscious of that because as Black women, we know we have to be very mindful of people getting our business and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of times these jobs are like plantations. So when you're in the summit, no one will see you, okay? No one will know you're there. Your name will not be listed. If you want to make a question, pose a question or a comment, you can change your name in the platform, okay? So don't let that prevent you from accessing this resource, okay? So Marissa, can you share about the format of the summit and the speakers, the confirmed speakers?
Yeah, so the summit is 2 days over a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, May 18th and 19th. The first day will be focused on more healing and recovery from a toxic job. So we'll kick it off with Stephanie Perry, and she will be talking about her book and how to detox from a toxic job. Her book is called Job Detox. And I think she shared with me on my channel, she'll be reading like excerpts from her book and connecting that to how we begin the process of detoxing from these very harmful experiences. So that's exciting. And then Kira of Designing Ease will take us to the next session, What Job Burnout Looks Like. And Kira had this massive life transformation. I had the chance to meet her in Guadalajara, where we both live now. And she just like, I think she packed up her house, she sold her house and like moved to Guadalajara, this major life transformation. So she'll be talking to us about what burnout looked like for her and signs that may help you recognize if you're dealing with job burnout too. So that's the second session. And then Camesha L. Jones, LCSW of Sister Afia Community Mental Wellness in Chicago, will be talking about healing from the mental health impacts of toxic jobs. And this is so real, something I experienced being diagnosed with major depressive disorder as I was kind of navigating my experiences in a toxic job, restarting therapy. And we know that toxic jobs have all of these profound mental health impacts as we're in them, as we're surviving them. So yes, I'm looking forward to that session as well. Dr. Robyn Scott of Sleepwell RX will be doing the next session on day 1, Start Sleeping Well Again and Heal from Insomnia. Insomnia is an issue that a lot of us experience in toxic jobs. I know that I experienced it. The constant rumination, right? Replaying what someone said to you, replaying the disrespect is very real, and how that impacts our sleep. And I don't know if you want to share anything about that, because I know that you experienced that as well.
Yeah,
So,
it's like the outrage of what you experienced that
Hmm.
day in the workday, and just like how much you had to bite your tongue and actually like beating yourself up. Like, I wish I would have said,
Hmm.
how to let this person do this to me? And just
Yes.
so many nights just jacked up sleep. Yes.
Yeah, it's so real. Yes. So I'm excited about that too. Dr. Robyn, she'll be walking us through how we reclaim our sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Alecia will end us on day one. Alecia Renece, the artist, a Black girl creative, with the session Reclaiming Your Dreams and Creativity to Heal from a Toxic Job. Joining Alicia's communities was pivotal in helping me like reclaim my creativity in dream space, because I feel like it had been stolen for a period when I was in that job.
Mm,
I couldn't really see forward.
mm,
And so, yeah, that's pivotal to be able to start dreaming again. How do we do that? So Alicia's going to walk us through that to cap off day one.
yes.
And then day two is, yeah, really the more of the practical exit planning tips. So Anne-Marie Archer will kick us off, the anti-HR lady, how to leverage discrimination at your workplace to cash out and pursue your dreams. Um, Anne-Marie Archer is an expert in this area. I know I had the opportunity to speak with her, and she shared with me like the importance of looking through your employee manual handbook,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of us
Mm-hmm.
overlook at toxic jobs, at jobs, period, right? When
Mm-hmm.
we enter them, but being
Mm-hmm.
aware of the benefits that you have because you may be able to leverage them to help you live your dreams. So she's going to kick
Mm-hmm.
us off on day two. Patrice Lindo, From Passion to Paycheck, Transforming Your Side Hustle into a Career. Patrice leads the Career Nomad. So she will walk us through how you take that side hustle that you may be working on part time and transform that into a full blown career to leave and exit a toxic job. And Libryia Jones will be joining us with a recorded session because she will be traveling at the time. But yeah, she'll be walking us through how to update your resume using AI and also how to address those gaps in your resume, which a lot of us are fearful of.
Mm-hmm.
When we think about leaving a toxic job, what will my resume look like if I have this gap? So she'll be walking us through that. Then we'll be leading a session on how to start your own business using your existing skill set, which both of us have done, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a licensed clinical psychologist, and also me as a social worker, kind of pivoting into economic development again, which is the field that I left
Mm-hmm.
in a toxic job, but helping Black women start and build businesses with my company, Free Black Women Virtual Solutions. So, yes, we will be sharing tips and tools how to start your own business using what you already have, because I guarantee you have all these skills that you may not even know, but you can tap into them to start your own business and exit a
Yes.
toxic job.
Yes.
And then, yeah, Dr. Rosche Brown will cap off day two with Get Your Money Right to Leave That Toxic Job, kind of a short and condensed session of masterclass that you all led earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
walking you through like how to do your financial exit plan, which keeps a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us, again, that fear keeps a lot of us in toxic jobs. So she'll be sharing with us practical tips, strategies, money management, all of those things to cap off day two.
Yes. 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 So again, as you see, it's going to be jam packed with so
It's a
much
lot.
information,
Yeah,
right? So
in a
much
good way.
information. And again, having this information will allow you
Yeah.
to come up with a plan. So you might come into the summit not knowing what to do, feeling lost, feeling disconnected. You will leave with a plan. Okay. So that gives you the sense of confidence that you will be able to leave based upon your timeline. So it's not like you need to leave the next day, but whatever your timeline is, we want to provide all these resources for you. We also want to share with you, we have some sponsors, and our sponsors are all Black women owned businesses. So we have the Soulfulness Center, we have the Soul Care for Black Clinicians Academy, we have Resume Addict, we also have Chef B, which she does vegan meals, delivery for vegan meals. And then we have Afroflow Yoga. So we're so excited to have our sponsors, and just we want you to be able to access this opportunity. So Marissa and I come on YouTube, we share information with you, but sometimes you have to think about, what is my next step? So I'm listening to the videos, I'm starting to think about what I need for myself. It is now taking the next step, and the next step, hopefully, is that you will be in the summit. As I said before, no one will see you're there. No one will know you're there. Okay. So don't let that stop you from being a part of the summit. You click right there and you just get your early registration ticket. So again, if you want to save money, get your early registration ticket today and don't wait. And we hope to see you, and just so much that we want for you. And there's so many all of our speakers are so excited to be here. Positively Apryl, April will be our MC. And
Yes.
we're just so excited. We're so excited. So again, early registration starts today to April 20th. The Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women is May 18th and 19th. You get your ticket right there on the screen is the link, and it's also in the description section. So we look forward to you checking this out. And the hope is, as you're watching this, as you consider this for yourself, and hopefully you move forward and get the ticket, but that you also share this with at least 2 other Black women. Because if you know a Black woman, more than likely she's in a toxic job, okay? So we want to share this information with her. So also, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to Marissa's channel. Please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you later. We'll share more information about the summit coming up, but we wanted to just announce it today because today early registration opens, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank y'all. Bye.